Welcome to the deep dive.
Okay, so picture this. You walk into a prestigious art gallery, the kind with really high ceilings and those little velvet ropes.
Uh-huh.
And hanging there amongst the classics is, well, a portrait of a notorious killer.
Wow.
Yeah. This actually happened, 1997, a painting of Myra Hindley.
Oh, the Moors murderer.
Right, the Moors murders absolutely rocked Britain back in the 60s.
I can imagine. I mean, a portrait of her in a gallery, that's,
It gets even crazier.
Oh, there's more.
So Hindley herself, get this, she's writing from prison, right?
Okay.
And she actually objects to the portrait being in the exhibition.
Oh, wow. Was she's like an art critic now?
No. Her argument was it's going to cause the victims' families even more pain and suffering.
That's a really interesting angle.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to deep dive into today.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, there's a huge marketing lesson buried in this whole crazy story.
I mean, I've got to admit, I'm a little intrigued. What are we talking about, like PR nightmares?
That's part of it, for sure. But
Right.
it goes deeper than that. It's about empathy.
Okay.
Understanding how our actions, like a marketing campaign or even a product launch, can impact people in ways we don't always anticipate.
Huh. Okay, I see where you're going with this.
All right, so before we go any further, let's get everyone up to speed. Who was Myra Hindley? Why is she so infamous?
Yeah, let's do a quick recap. So Myra Hindley and her partner, Ian Brady, they were convicted of, I think it was 5 murders.
Yeah, 5 young children.
Horrific crimes, kidnappings, torture. It just completely shook the nation.
Yeah, so they become these, like, symbols of evil, right?
Right. I mean, even decades later, her name, her face, they evoke these really strong, visceral reactions.
Exactly. So to then have her image hanging in the Royal Academy.
Yeah, it was a deliberate provocation. The artist, Marcus Harvey, he used like hundreds of children's handprints to recreate her mugshot.
It's like he wanted to force people to confront this darkness.
Oh, he did. And the public, they were outraged. Protests, vandalism, even death threats against the artist.
I mean, can you imagine the media frenzy? It was a huge story.
Oh, it was. And then, in the middle of all this, you have Hindley's letter from prison.
Adding fuel to the fire.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it shifts the focus. Suddenly, it's not just about artistic freedom or the artist's intentions.
Right. It's about the victims, the families left behind, and the pain that, never really goes away.
And I think that's the crucial point here, for marketers especially, because it's so easy to get caught up in the excitement of a campaign, the creativity, the metrics.
And lose sight of the human element.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. What if you're a brand that, without realizing it, launches a campaign that ends up hurting a particular group of people?
Oof, yeah. Public backlash,
Uh-huh.
boycotts. It can be a real nightmare.
And it's not always about something overtly offensive. It could be something seemingly harmless that just triggers a negative emotional response for a specific audience.
So how do you avoid that? I mean, how do you, build empathy into your marketing strategy?
That's where something called empathy mapping comes in.
Okay, I've heard of that.
It's a tool, really, that forces you to step outside of your own head, and really consider different perspectives. Let's say you're a clothing company doing a campaign around body positivity.
Okay, that's topical.
With an empathy map, you'd sit down, you'd look at different segments of your audience, different ages, body types, cultural backgrounds, the whole spectrum.
And try to understand how they might experience the message.
Precisely. What are their insecurities? What are their values? What are their past experiences that might make them sensitive to certain imagery or language?
And by doing that, you can anticipate potential problems before they blow up.
Exactly. It's about being proactive, thoughtful, and preventing harm rather than just reacting to it after the fact.
Right, because sometimes even with the best of intentions.
Things can go sideways.
So thinking about this Hindley portrait and all the fallout, it really drives home this point about empathy, doesn't it?
It's such a powerful analogy. Like, that portrait caused all this outrage and pain. A marketing campaign can do the same if it's not handled carefully.
So for all the marketers out there listening, before you launch your next big idea, take a minute. Remember the Myra Hindley portrait.
Yeah, ask yourself, could my message, even unintentionally, hurt someone?
Because at the end of the day, marketing isn't just about selling products or services.
It's about connecting with people.
Building relationships.
And doing it in a way that's ethical, responsible, and above all, empathetic.
And on that note, I think we've done our deep dive for today.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Really made me think. Thanks for joining me.
My pleasure.
See you next time.
Bye!
Step right up, we're diving in. Marketing tales from where to when. Curious facts that make you grin. Welcome, friends, let's begin. From lost campaigns to clever schemes, broken dreams and wild extremes, the lessons learned through all extremes. Truth is stranger than it seems. Oh, it's the deep dive you gotta hear. Marketing tales from far and near. The lessons wrapped in laughter clear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. Marketing myths and legends bold. Stories better than gold. Every tale is retold in ways you've never been told. From the quirky ads gone haywire to campaigns that catch fire. Every story to admire. Tune in and let's aspire. Oh, it's the deep dive you gotta hear. Marketing tales from far and near. Lessons wrapped in laughter clear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. From lost campaigns to clever schemes, broken dreams and wild extremes, the lessons learned through all extremes. Truth is stranger than it seems. Oh, it's the deep dive you gotta hear. Marketing tales from far and near. Lessons wrapped in laughter clear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. Oh, it's the deep dive you gotta hear. Marketing tales from far and near. Lessons wrapped in laughter clear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear. Oh yeah, we're taking the rear.